Oh, are you an East Asian man over 60 and frustrated that no matter how much you exercise, your belly just won't shrink?
Let me tell you something that might completely change how you think about losing weight after 60. For decades, people believed long hours of cardio were the only reliable way to shrink the waistline. But researchers at one of the largest heart institutes in the world tracked over 12,000 adults for nearly 20 years. The results shocked even seasoned doctors. Those who focused on adjusting their diet, rather than spending hours on exercise, lost far more belly fat. Here's the surprising part. The difference in visceral fat, the dangerous fat that wraps around your organs, was 73%. That's the type of fat doctors worry about most. And the diet group achieved this without adding a single extra hour of cardio. Now, you might be thinking, I've heard a million diet tips before. I've tried endless treadmill sessions, and my knees still ache. I've followed complicated meal plans with ingredients I can't even pronounce. Nothing worked long term. My belly stayed stubbornly in place. I understand. Many seniors feel the same frustration. But this is different. These are proven protocols that surgeons now recommend to patients before major operations. Why surgeons? Because they need fast, safe results. Every pound of visceral fat removed reduces surgical risk and improves recovery. Your life literally depends on results, and these steps deliver. We're going to focus on 7 steps, ranked from helpful to essential. Each step builds on the previous, and when researchers tested all 7 together, participants lost an average of 4 inches from their waistline in just 30 days. Not 6 months, not a year, 30 days. Step 7 is strategic meal timing. Listen closely because timing matters more than most people realize. Research from the Salk Institute in California shows our bodies process food differently depending on the time of day. After sunset, seniors can experience up to a 40% drop in insulin sensitivity. That means the body handles sugar less efficiently, storing more fat. In one study, 2 groups ate identical meals and calories. Group 1 finished eating by 6 p.m., while Group 2 finished at 10 p.m. After 12 weeks, the early eaters lost 2.3 times more belly fat. Same food, same calories, only timing changed. Here's how to implement this. Finish dinner at least 3 hours before bed. Eat your heaviest meal in the morning or at lunch. Gradually taper portion sizes toward evening. Think of it like fueling a fire. Put the biggest logs on when the flames burn brightest in the morning. Don't pile heavy wood on dying embers at night. Now, here's a tip many seniors overlook. Focus on nutrient-rich meals instead of complicated plans or extreme diets. This simple shift in timing and food quality can unlock stubborn fat loss and improve energy. Before we move on to the next step, I want you to pause and ask yourself, are you really
an
eating
East
at the
Asian
right
man over
times for your
60 and
metabolism
frustrated that
or
no
just
matter
out of
how much
habit?
you exercise,
Think about
your
this.
belly just
Small
won't
changes in
shrink?
timing can make the biggest difference for your waistline and overall health. Step 6 is all about soluble fiber. Listen closely because this is one step most people overlook. Soluble fiber is different from regular fiber. It forms a thick gel in your stomach and changes how your body processes the food you eat. Here's why it works. Soluble fiber fuels the beneficial bacteria in your gut. Your gut microbiome, the collection of bacteria in your digestive system, shifts as you age. We lose many of the good bacteria that help regulate weight. When the remaining bacteria digest soluble fiber, they produce short-chain fatty acids. These natural compounds travel to your liver and signal it to stop making new fat. They also tell your brain that you are full, which naturally reduces how much you eat. A landmark study from Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center followed over 1,100 adults for 5 years. Researchers found that for every 10 grams of soluble fiber added to the diet, participants lost 3.7% of their visceral belly fat. And this happened without counting calories or restricting food, just by adding more soluble fiber. For seniors, this step is especially powerful. As we age, maintaining gut health is critical. Soluble fiber acts as fuel for the bacteria that remain, helping your metabolism stay active. Here's how to make it work. Aim for 25 grams of soluble fiber daily, spread throughout the day. Start with a bowl of steel-cut oats topped with ground flax seeds for breakfast. Add half a cup of beans to lunch. Enjoy an apple or a small serving of lentils as a snack. Spreading fiber across meals is key because your gut bacteria work best with a steady supply. Now, let's talk about precision. Many people feel proud of their meals, thinking they are healthy, but small miscalculations can undo weeks of effort. Did that soup have extra potatoes? Did a handful of nuts push you over your calorie limit? Guessing can slow progress, even for the most disciplined people. Here's what most seniors overlook. Apps that scan your meals in seconds can show exactly how much fiber, protein, and calories you're getting. This way, every bite counts. One photo of your plate, and the app estimates all the key nutrients. No more squinting at tiny nutrition labels or typing everything into a calculator. If you want to maximize this step, track your meals with an app that has a large food database. It will guide you to hit your fiber goal daily while keeping calories in check. This makes reaching 25 grams of soluble fiber not just achievable, but easy. Think of this step as building a foundation. Strategic meal timing helps, but without enough fiber, your fat-burning mechanisms will not perform optimally. Soluble fiber supports your metabolism, improves fullness, and reduces visceral fat naturally. Step 5 focuses on eliminating hidden inflammatory foods. Listen closely. This is one of the biggest secret saboteurs of belly fat in people over 60. Inflammation and belly fat have a vicious relationship. Fat cells release inflammatory chemicals called cytokines. These are signals that tell your body to store more fat. The more inflammation in your body, the harder it becomes to lose fat, no matter how much you exercise. Here's a hidden culprit most people overlook. Some foods that seem healthy can quietly trigger inflammation. This isn't about obvious junk food. We're talking about ingredients in everyday meals that can keep your metabolism stuck. A study from the University of South Carolina tested this idea. Participants removed just 4 types of foods for 3 weeks. Refined seed oils like soybean and corn oil, added sugars in processed foods, refined grains like white bread and pasta, and conventional dairy products. The results were remarkable. Inflammatory markers dropped by 41%. Belly circumference decreased by an average of 1.4 inches, and participants reported feeling more energetic than they had in years. Now, how can you implement this step in your daily life? Make a habit of checking ingredient labels carefully. Swap seed oils for healthier alternatives like olive oil, avocado oil, or butter. Replace refined grains with whole grains, or skip grains entirely for a few weeks to see how your body responds. Choose fermented dairy like yogurt or kefir instead of regular milk and cheese. Small, intentional swaps like these allow your natural fat-burning processes to function properly. Remember, this step isn't about restriction. It's about swapping foods that support your body instead of secretly sabotaging it. Even small changes can make a big difference over time. Here's why this is especially important after 60. As we age, cell stress, also called oxidative stress, increases. This stresses the fat cells, slows metabolism, and makes inflammation worse. By removing inflammatory foods, you reduce stress on your cells and create an environment where your body can burn fat naturally. Think of it like giving your metabolism a clear path. If you continue eating inflammatory foods, your body is sending constant store fat signals. But by replacing these foods with supportive alternatives, you flip the switch. Your fat cells finally start letting go of the stubborn belly fat. Step 4 focuses on optimizing protein distribution. Listen closely. This step is essential for anyone over 60. As we age, we naturally lose muscle, a process called sarcopenia. Muscle tissue burns calories even while you rest, about 50 calories per pound each day. Losing lean muscle slows metabolism and makes belly fat harder to lose. Here's why this matters. Most seniors eat very little protein at breakfast, a moderate amount at lunch, and a large portion at dinner. This pattern doesn't support muscle maintenance and can sabotage fat loss. To fight this, you need to distribute protein evenly across all meals. Aim for roughly 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight each day, spread across 3 meals. For example, someone weighing 160 pounds would target about 53 grams per meal. For breakfast, try eggs with smoked salmon, Greek yogurt with nuts, or a protein smoothie. Lunch can include grilled chicken, fish, or legumes, dinner? Lean beef, pork tenderloin, or seafood? The key is making protein the main focus of each meal, not an afterthought. Even adding a single extra egg or a scoop of protein powder can make a difference. Here's another important point. Combining protein distribution with meal timing and soluble fiber intake creates a powerful, synergistic effect. Eating protein early in the day when your metabolism is most active helps preserve muscle and improves your body's ability to burn fat. Meanwhile, soluble fiber supports your gut bacteria, which further helps regulate metabolism and fat storage. This approach also protects your hormonal balance, including how your body uses sugar for energy. Maintaining stable blood sugar levels prevents insulin spikes that signal your body to store fat, especially around the belly. Protein intake throughout the day also boosts satiety, helping you naturally eat less without feeling deprived. The science is clear. Older adults who distribute protein evenly across meals maintain more muscle and lose more belly fat than those who consume the same amount of protein but focus it mainly at dinner. Over time, this simple adjustment can significantly improve energy levels, metabolism, and overall body composition. Practical tips for success. Calculate your protein target based on your weight. Split it evenly across breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Use high-quality protein sources, eggs, fish, poultry, lean meats, Greek yogurt, or legumes. Small additions like an extra egg, protein shake, or handful of nuts can help you reach your goals. Remember, this step isn't about eating more calories. It's about smartly distributing protein to preserve muscle and improve fat-burning efficiency. Each pound of muscle you maintain burns calories around the clock, helping shrink belly fat without extreme exercise. Ask yourself, are you giving your body enough protein at the right times? Even small changes today can lead to noticeable results in just a few weeks. Pair this strategy with meal timing and soluble fiber, and you'll create a system that accelerates fat loss naturally, safely, and effectively after 60. Step 1 focuses on time-restricted eating using a 16:8 window. Listen closely. This is the most powerful step for belly fat loss after 60. A Johns Hopkins study tested adults over 60 who ate within an 8-hour window, starting roughly 1 hour after waking and finishing early afternoon. In just 12 weeks, participants lost an average of 14 pounds and reduced their waist by over 4 inches, without changing calories. Here's why it works. Eating within these hours works with your body's natural hormones. Insulin levels drop, allowing fat cells to release stored fat. Your body enters a state called autophagy, a natural cleanup system that recycles old or damaged cells. At the same time, lipolysis, the process of breaking down fat into usable energy, speeds up. Human growth hormone also surges during fasting, helping preserve muscle. Start by figuring out your wake-up time. Begin your eating window about 1 hour later. For example, if you wake at 7 a.m., eat your first meal at 8 a.m. Count 8 hours forward for your eating window, so it would close around 4 p.m. Consume all your calories in this window. During fasting hours, drink water, black coffee, or unsweetened tea. These won't break your fast. It might feel challenging at first, but most people adapt within 3 to 5 days. Hunger hormones recalibrate quickly, and many report feeling more energetic and focused than ever before. Step 2 is about boosting adiponectin, a hormone that signals fat cells to release stored fat. After 60, adiponectin levels drop naturally, and belly fat itself suppresses the hormone, creating a loop that makes fat harder to lose. Certain foods increase adiponectin. Eating magnesium-rich foods like pumpkin seeds or almonds, fatty fish such as salmon, and healthy fats like olive oil helps raise levels. Dark chocolate with 70% cacao can also help occasionally. Think of these foods as switches that turn on your body's fat-burning system. Step 3 introduces strategic carbohydrate cycling, designed specifically for adults over 60. This is not about eliminating carbs. It's about alternating lower and moderate carbohydrate days to improve fat-burning flexibility. For example, eat around 125 grams of carbs on moderate days and 50 grams on low days. Focus on whole food carbs such as vegetables, fruits, and legumes. On low-carb days, replace calories with healthy fats like avocado, nuts, olive oil, and fatty fish. This approach retrains your metabolism, helping your body switch efficiently between burning carbs and fat. Do these 3 steps together, and they work even better. Time-restricted eating aligns with your hormones, adiponectin-boosting foods activate fat release, and carb cycling trains your metabolism. Combined, they accelerate belly fat loss, improve energy, and support overall health. Now, here's the honest truth. Even the best strategies only work if you apply them consistently. Start with 1 step at a time. Master your eating window first. Then add adiponectin-boosting foods. Finally, implement carb cycling. Each change compounds the effect of the others. Small, consistent actions lead to big results. You now have a complete system to tackle belly fat after 60. No endless cardio, no extreme diets, just science-backed steps designed for your metabolism, hormones, and lifestyle. Thank you for waiting. Now, it's time to take action and start seeing results.